Anne of Cleves, was born in Dusseldorf, Germany on the 22nd of September, 1515. She died on the 16th of July, 1557. Her father was John, the third of Cleves, and her mother was Marie, of Jülich. She also had a brother, William, who was the Duke of Cleves. Anne had two other siblings, an older sister Sybil, and a younger sister Amalia, who was also being considered as a bride for Henry. Unlike a lot of Anne's English and European contemporaries, she lacked the kind of education Henry favored, but nevertheless, was intelligent. She was skilled in the arts of needlework, and playing cards. Although she could read, it was only in German, but her temperament was perfect for Henry. Although Anne married King Henry VIII, on the 6th of January, 1540, the marriage was never consummated. King Henry VIII had commissioned portraits to be painted, so he could see what Anne looked like, but sadly for Henry, the portraits were not a true likeness, and there was simply no attraction there. Anne was famous for being King Henry VIII's fourth wife, and for outliving, not only Henry himself, but all of his wives. Although Anne was very young, and had no command of the English language, she nevertheless was aware of Henry's reputation with his previous wives, and did not object when he requested a divorce, and subsequent annulment. He was very generous with Anne's welfare, settling money and property on her, but with a stipulation, that she live out her life in England. Hever Castle, former home of Anne Boleyn, was one of the properties given to her. Anne lived to see Mary I, crowned queen in 1553. She died, however, a few years later, at Chelsea Old Palace, London, on the 16th of July, 1557. Having led a very happy life in England, and is the only one of Henry's wives to be buried in Westminster Abbey.